Korean 2 Lesson 14 lecture. 오늘 정말 춥네요. It is really cold today. Lesson 14 first grammar, verb or adjective base plus 으면 or 면, which means if or when. This grammar can be used obviously with verb or adjective. If the verb or adjective base or stem ends in a consonant, you place 으면, otherwise 면, and there are always exceptions with irregulars. Can be used for statements, questions, requests, suggestions, giving permissions and prohibitions. And it takes past and non-past tense only. If it's in the future, it will be either 을 or 리을 거면. And any verb or adjective that ends in 리을 already, you just place 면. 바람이 불면 추워요. 답을 알면 말해주세요. If when the wind blows, it's cold. If you know the answer, please tell me. If you are using this grammar with a noun, then if the noun ends in consonant, it would be 이면. Otherwise, vowel ending noun would be 면. A asks, 오늘 시간 있으세요? B answers, 네, 오후면 괜찮아요. If it's in the afternoon, it's fine, okay? It could be if or when, depending on the context. 지금 방학이면 수업이 없겠네요. If it's vacation, school vacation right now, then there must be no classes. 고향이 멕시코 시티면 스페인어 하세요? If your hometown is Mexico City, then do you speak Spanish? A questions, A suggests 내일 8시에 만나요. Let's meet 8 o'clock tomorrow. 8시면 너무 늦어요. And B comments that if it's 8 o'clock, it's too late. When it's, or if it's 8 o'clock, it's too late. A wonders, 스티브 씨가 저를 좋아할까요? 글쎄요. 스티브 씨를 좋아하면 말하세요. 글쎄요 is often used to avoid saying no, you guys. But here it's truly saying, well, I'm not sure. Okay. A wonders, does Steve like me? And B suggestion is she doesn't know, so she says, well, if you like Steve, tell him. Okay. 기분이 안 좋으면 음악을 들으세요. So this is more when or if you are in a bad mood, if your mood is not good, listen to music. 세일이면 살게요. When or if it's on sale, then I'll buy it. 쿠폰이 있으면 무료예요. If or when you have coupon, it's free. Asking questions with 면, hypothetical questions, or if hypothetical questions. 친구하고 만나면 보통 뭐해요? When you meet with your friends, what do you do? 야채를 많이 먹으면 건강에 좋아요. When or if you eat a lot of vegetables, it's good for your health. Also wondering, 이 옷을 입으면 어떨까요? If I wear this clothes or dress, what do you think it will be like? Okay, how would it be? What do you think? Okay. 잠이 안 오면 when or if you can't sleep, 양을 세세요. Count sheep. If you can't sleep, when you can't sleep, count sheep. you also have sequential things like if or when, then do something else. You can make suggestions. 눈이 오면 눈사람을 만들어요. When it snows, if it snows, make snowman. 비가 오면, if it snows, 우산을 사세요. Then buy an umbrella. If it rains, buy an umbrella. When you do A, then this would result 숙제하면 when you do your homework. 시험은 A예요. When you do your homework, if you do your homework, the test is A. 술을 너무 많이, it ends in a vowel, so just 면. 술을 너무 많이 마시면 다음날 머리가 아파요. If you drink too much, 너무 is always excessive. If you drink too much, then next day you'll have a headache. Your head will hurt. More suggestions. 날씨가 춥다 is irregular. You take out the 비읍. 추우면 핫초콜릿을 마셔요 or 드세요. Remember, 아어요 is it's a command. It's an order. It's very direct. 드세요 is more suggestive, more polite. If the weather is cold, then have some hot chocolate. Drink hot chocolate. And this is to express prohibition. 음식 다 안 먹으면, 먹다 ends with 기억, consonant ending for the stem. You take out the 다. 음식 다 안 먹으면 디저트 못 먹어요. If you don't eat all of the food, then you can't have dessert. You can't eat dessert. Hypothetical question, right? 100만 달러가 있으면 뭐 사고 싶어요? If you have $1 million, what do you want to buy? 스포츠카를 사고 싶어요. 시간이 있으면 보통 뭐 해요? 조깅해요. When you have time, what do you usually do? I jog. Asking for suggestions. 날씨가 추우면 어떻게 해요? When it's cold, what do you do? Or how would you take care of that? 코트 or 스웨터를 입어요. You wear coat or sweater. 시간이 없으면 뭐를 먹어요? When you are short on time, what do you eat? 라면을 먹어요. It's quick. This lesson will cover a lot of weather expressions. 계절 is referring to the seasons. So we say 사계절. Talking about the weather is very important in Korean culture because Korea has 4 distinct seasons and a lot of festivities and customs revolve around the seasons. 봄 is spring, 여름, summer. 가을 is autumn, fall, 겨울 is winter. 여름방학 is summer vacation, but 방학 is school vacation, specifically just school vacation. If you work, you say 휴가 for work vacation. 봄방학 is then spring break. 겨울방학 is winter vacation, so forth, but only for school, not work. There are certain patterns of weather expressions that are of irregular pattern. They're 비읍 irregular with the BP final consonant. 덥다 becomes 더워요. What happens is you drop the BP final consonant from the stem or the base, and you add u. You add a whole new syllable, and then resume normal operations. So 덥다 would be 더우, and then u ends in a vowel, dark vowel u. So you put all. U and all makes 워. That's how it becomes 더워요. 덥다 though, it means hot, but it's only for temperature. you can say 교실이 더워요 to talk about the condition, the temperature or the weather condition. The classroom is hot. 저는 지금 더워요. Like I am, feeling it's warm. Okay. It expresses how you feel about the temperature, environment temperature. 여름은 더워요. The summer season is hot. You cannot say this for things such as soup or meal. 국이 or 갈비가 더워요. You cannot say 불이 더워요. The fire is hot. It kind of gives you, if you say that, it kind of gives you an idea of the soup sweating, or 갈비 is sweating because like it's a person or it's an animate thing. It has feelings and it's sweating. 춥다, same concept. It means cold. It's the opposite of 덥다. 춥다 also has that irregular pattern. So 추, you get rid of the BP final consonant, add 우. 우 is also dark vowel, so you add all. 추워요. And again, it's for temperature only. You cannot say 아이스크림이 추워요. Okay, it's like only it kind of gives you an idea of ice cream. If you say 아이스크림이 추워요, ice cream is like animated and it's shivering. You could say 아나 언니는 지금 추워요. Okay, or 아렌델은 추워요 because that country is cold. It's always cold. 따뜻하다 can be used for both. It means to be warm, and it can be for how the environment is, the temperature is, as well as the thing itself. Like the fireplace is hot, warm. 봄은 따뜻해요. 마음이 따뜻해요. Even for in abstract things, somebody is very warm-hearted. 손이 따뜻해요. The person's hands are warm. 시원하다. It means cool, but it also means refreshing. Both temperature and to the touch. You could say the fan is very refreshing. When you say something is refreshing, it can be either temperature or other sensation. That's why Koreans, when they are consuming something warm or hot, we say 시원해요. 냉면이 시원해요, of course, because it's really cold. But even you can say 설렁탕 or something really spicy is 시원해요 because it refreshes you. The broth, the taste of the broth is very refreshing. It kind of makes you alive. Okay. It quenches you. That's what it is. It quenches you. The senses are refreshed. Like you go into the spa, you go into the sauna, and you feel tingly. You feel relaxed, refreshed. So you can say 시원해요 even when the temperature is cold. Other ranges of expressions, 서늘하다, 쌀쌀하다, they also mean like kind of like 서늘하다 means like chilly, 쌀쌀하다 like nippy. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, 쌀쌀하다, nippy. 서늘해요, 쌀쌀해요. This is another pronunciation note. Even it's 서늘해요. If you're native Korean, we have tendency to intensify that. 서늘하다. Okay, we say 썰렁 a lot. 날씨가 꿀꿀해요. So 꿀꿀 is onomatopoeia for the animal sound for pigs going oink oink. But when you say 날씨가 꿀꿀하다, it's referring to the kind of weather where it's just overcast, but it's not quite raining, and it's just the weather is just awful. You could if you say 돼지가 꿀꿀해요, it means the pig is going oink oink. Or 기분이 꿀꿀해요, it means it's also talking about when you're not in a really good mood. It's like depressing, you're down. And usually when this is a good excuse to suggest going out drinking. 날씨가 꿀꿀해요. 오늘 술 마셔요. Let's go out drink. Okay. 맑다 is to be clear, can be the weather, the sky, or the water. 맑아요. 흐리다 means to be cloudy or overcast. Another expression for that is 구름이 끼다. Literally it means a lot of cloud has accumulated, that there's a lot of cloud. 흐려요. 구름이 it would be in the past. 꼈어요, because there's already a lot of clouds. 비가 오다, 눈이 오다. Yeah, we can even say 비가 내리다, the rain is falling down. Okay, but just normally we say 비가 오다, 눈이 오다 for other weather phenomenon, things falling from the sky. The rain is coming, snow is coming down. 바람이 불다 for wind. 바람 is wind. It's below, the wind is blowing. So we have different words for temperature. Outdoor temperature is 기온. 실내 온도 is indoor temperature. Body temperature is 체온. And we say 기온이 낮다 to say the temperature is low. 기온이 높다 to say the temperature is high. And as we have reminded you many, many times, outside of the US, including Asia and Europe and the rest of the world, we go by metric system. So the temperature is by temperature measurement is by Celsius. 0 is when water freezes. 100 Celsius is when water boils. So, more or less, Fahrenheit, which is what we use in the US, it's double. And 섭씨 is Celsius, 화씨 is Fahrenheit. And Ray Bradbury's famous novel, Fahrenheit 451, that's the temperature at which paper burns. So again, when we tell time, Korean is macro to micro language. So we have, 오전, 오후, and then the time, AM, PM, and the time. Same thing. We don't say, we say 화씨 451. Okay. Degree, by the way, if you're curious, is 도. Okay. 영상 means above 0. 영상 5도 is 5 above 0. 영하 is below freezing. 영하 10도, 10 degrees below 0, which means 10 below freezing if it's in Celsius. 날씨가 어때요? 하와이는 날씨가 어때요? How's weather in Hawaii? 알래스카는 어때요? Okay? 하와이는 더워요. 알래스카는 추워요. 아주 추워요. 눈이 와요. 눈이 많아요. 날씨가 어때요? 가을에는 서늘해요, 쌀쌀해요. In the autumn, it's kind of chilly, nippy. 여름에는 LA는 무더워요. 덥다 is to be hot. 무덥다 is really, really hot. Extremely hot. 오늘은 어때요? 바람이 불어요. 바람이 세게 불어요. 세다 is to be strong. Okay, the wind is blowing strongly. 내일은 눈이 와요. Tomorrow it will snow. 오늘은 어때요? 맑아요. 내일은 비가 와요. 지금 기온은 what's the temperature now? 화씨 or we say 화씨 and then 영상 76도. Okay, it's Fahrenheit 75 degrees. It's above 0. 섭씨 Fahrenheit 영상 24도, above 0, 24 degrees. And by the way, not only for measuring, just like in English, degree is for measurement for temperature as well as angle. Same thing for Korean. Its 도 is used for temperature and angle, for measuring angle. This is a very handy grammar. This is the third grammar of lesson 14, and this is how you change adjectives into verbs, if you will. And the grammar points in which it's limited to only verbs, you can change, you can still use the adjective by putting it into this form of 아어치다, which means to become that way or that state. Okay. Instead of 아어요, you put you conjugate the adjective into 아어. You have temporarily removed yo, you're going to bring that back with 저요. Okay, 아어졌어요 means it already turned into that other state. 요즘 공부를 많이 해서 한국어가 쉬워졌어요. It shows you progress. It's you know, because you studied a lot recently, Korean became easier. It tells you a process. 기다리세요. 영화가 재미있어질 거예요. Please wait. The movie will become interesting. There's a development. Okay. LA는 낮에 날씨가 따뜻해요. During the day, LA is warm. 그런데 밤에 추워져요. But there's a change, there's a shift. But in the evening, it becomes cold. So let's look at the conjugations of some of the adjectives. 깨끗하다, 깨끗해져요, 깨끗해졌어요. It's clean. 깨끗하다 is adjective for to be clean. It became clean. It becomes clean. It became clean. This is the past tense. 싸다, 싸져요, 싸졌어요. It's cheap. It becomes cheap. It became cheap. 좋다, 좋아져요, 좋아졌어요. To become good, nice, better. 맛있다, 맛있어져요, 맛있어졌어요. It's delicious. It became delicious. 크다, 커져요, 커졌어요. To be big, it becomes big. It became big. 아프다, 아파져요, 아파졌어요. To become painful. 길다, 길어져요, 길어졌어요. It's long, it became long, becomes long, became long. Seasonal changes can be expressed by saying 봄에는 날씨가 따뜻해져요. In spring, it becomes warm. So 에 can be used for seasons. Okay, during spring, at spring, in spring, the weather becomes warm. 여름에는 날씨가 어때요? 날씨가 더워져요. 더워요. So 더워져요. 가을에는 날씨가 시원해져요. 겨울에는 in the winter, 겨울에는 날씨가 추워져요. In winter, the weather becomes cold. So changes, shift, development. 음악을 들으면 기분이 어때요? 어떻게 돼요? 어떻게 돼요? How does it become when you listen to music? 기분이 좋아져요. When you listen to music, your mood improves. It gets better, becomes good. 지금 일찍 쇼핑하세요. They advise you do shopping early now. 크리스마스에는 백화점이 바빠져요. Because during Christmas, department stores become busy. 바빠져요. 청소하면, now we're going to combine those two grammar of hypothetical condition and how in the development. 청소하면 when or if you clean the house becomes clean. 청소하면 집이 깨끗해져요. So a lot of grammar points can be used with 으면. If you do this, it will become this way or that way. The first sentence, right? 공부하면, 숙제하면 시험이 쉬워져요. If you do the homework, the test becomes easy. This is an exaggerated expression. Koreans use this a lot for dramatic effect. 죽겠어요. It means like saying it's so whatever that it's as if you're gonna die. You use this with adjective. It is so this way or that way that it's as if you're gonna die. Okay. Of course, this is to not literal, but to emphasize that it's so bad, it's so intense, extreme that it's as if you're gonna die. 배고파 죽겠어요. And we use that with 겠다 to say it's as if you're gonna die. Okay, you're so hungry, it's as if I'm gonna die. 더워 or 추워 죽겠어요. 더워 죽겠어요. 추워 죽겠어요. It's so hot, you're gonna die. It's so cold, it's as if you're gonna die. 죽다 is if you say 죽어요, it's like, oh, it's so this or that. I'm dying right now. But 죽겠어요 makes it a little less dramatic. Like it's as if I'm gonna die. Not only negative things. 강아지가 너무 예뻐 죽겠어요. It's so cute. He's so cute to death. It's so cute. As if I'm gonna die. 일이 너무 많아서 힘들어 죽겠어요. I have so much work that it's as if I'm gonna die because of the arduousness. 내일 데이트가 있어서 좋아 죽겠어요. So it's not negative. 좋아 죽겠어요. We say that often too. Oh, like I love it so much, like as if I'm gonna die. Tomorrow I have a day, so I'm so happy I'm gonna die. 재미없어 죽겠어요. I'm bored to death. 밉다 is the opposite of 좋다 or 좋아하다. So, but it kind of translates to somebody being unattractive, or ugly. 밉다 means you hate somebody. So I hate them to death. That's what it means. 미워 죽겠어요. And it's not just appearance sake, but when you say 미워요, it's not a very malicious hate, but you could be just miffed at that person for something that they upset or overlooked or made you upset over. Usually you say 미워요, usually it's temporary. Okay, like I hate you, like that period, because of some discretion. Okay. 머리가 아프다. 머리가 아파 죽겠어요. When something hurts to death, very extreme pain. 부러워 죽겠어요. You're envious, that you're so envious that you die, envious to death. 배고파 죽겠어요, and 목이 말라 죽겠어요. 목이 말라 죽겠어요. You're thirsty to death. Those are all the grammar points for Korean 2, lesson 14.